Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Lost Defense Academy 2! Let's carry on where we left off. We've already changed history by saving Sirei's life and locking Eito up for the future murders of Hiruko and the prisoner, not to mention a litany of other crimes I've already listed more than once in the past. Suffice to say, we were on track for a happy ending, but some mysteries continue to elude us. It's pretty clear that Sirei's still hiding stuff, only divulging what we already knew to the others, and now Hiruko, who nailed a wild-ass guess about me coming from the future, by the way, has departed the academy in the middle of the freaking night. We're in hot pursuit, but goodness knows where this is all going to go. Not to mention, a whole bunch of you guys simply commenting, interesting choice. It's me trembling in anxiety and excitement, so let's see where this road takes us. Once I was past the wall, I walked around for a while, but didn't see any trace of Hiruko. Guess I should be surprised. She could be anywhere out here. Now that I'd come this far, I couldn't just give up. Between what she told me last night and her conversation with Sirei today, Hiruko had a lot of explaining to do. I wanted to know why she was wandering around off school grounds at night, too. Just what is she up to? Still glancing around, I made my way down a narrow alley between two crumbling old buildings. That's when I saw it. As I was turning a corner, I caught sight of someone. They were a pretty long distance away. It was dark too, so I couldn't make out any details. But even from behind, it was obvious enough who it was. Oh yeah, we memorized her. How she looks from behind, I guess. Because she's always got her back towards us. Hiruko. She was standing outside the entrance to a building on the edge of the town ruins. It didn't look like a house. It was probably some kind of office or facility. She looked around her one last time before slipping inside and disappearing from view. I hurried after her. What did she get, a key card of some kind? What is this place? Looks like another school to me. Guess I'll head inside. I went through the entrance gate and headed toward the main building. I opened the door as slowly and quietly as I could and went inside. Right away, I noticed that one of the doors in the hall was slightly ajar and light was spilling out from the room beyond. I crept closer and peered through. What in the heck is this? Where am I? My hand shot to cover my mouth. I'd almost said it out loud. Hiruko was in there, alright. But she hadn't noticed I was here yet. Interesting that she hasn't, gotten aware of our presence. I noticed some kind of large machine casing a few feet away from the door. I darted in and snuck behind it. With a sigh of relief, I took another look around the room. It was packed with weird-looking machinery, most of it rusting or broken. Maybe this was a research lab once. It doesn't look like it's been used in a long time. I poked my head out from my hiding place to see what Hiruko was doing. She seemed to be operating one of the machines, pausing every now and then to adjust her glasses. That should do it. Now. Is she gonna go back in time herself? She walked over to a giant locker and pulled the door open. Inside were, well, there were some kind of old bodysuits, like what deep-sea divers or astronauts would wear. There were several hanging in that locker, more than 10 at least. They were helmets too, old-timey, heavy-looking ones. Hiruko grabbed a suit and a helmet and took them out of the locker. Was she heading to the artificial satellite early?
Huh?
What? Wait, she's not going to change right here, is she? The thought of being here while she undressed got me really really nervous. Luckily, or unluckily, we don't know yet. She didn't actually strip down, but put the suit on over her clothes. What are you up to?
Huh?
There. Ready to go. What on earth? I'm running out of time. If I don't make the leap soon. Did she say leap? What was that all about? Is she actually going to transcend time and space? At the back of the room was a control console of some kind. Hiruko walked up to it and brought her fist down on a big red button. That done, she stepped up to the circular platform next to the machine. She got to the center of it and stood there. Then, particles of light started to fill the space around her. What? Huh? Wait a minute! What the heck? I had no idea what was going on. It's day 4. For goodness sake. This is ridiculous. But my pulse was racing. So you're saying this is what would have happened if Sirei survived an extra day? My mind was drawing a complete blank. There was just one thought in my head. One thought, and a rising sense of panic. Hiruko was going to disappear. Not again! I'd never see her again. Come on. We've got special redo. We'll see her again. I couldn't let that happen.
Hiruko!
Oh yeah, let's go. Take me with you.
Huh?
Ah! Oh boy. Where are we ending up? Parallel universe? Whoa! I don't know where I'm going. Oh no. Day 5. I'm not really sure what happened after that. But when I came to, sunshine and rainbows? I was on the floor. And Hiruko was holding me in her arms. At least, I think it was Hiruko. She had a helmet on, so I couldn't tell for sure. The next moment, though, that question was answered.
Takumi, are you alright? Get a hold of yourself.
But you're holding me, you know? It was muffled, but it was unmistakably Hiruko's voice. I felt a wave of relief wash over me, followed by a sharp pain. Oh god.
What were you thinking? Jumping in without a leap suit.
Sorry, yeah, didn't have time to change.
Leap suit? Is that what the thing you're wearing is called?
Yes. If you perform a parallel leap without one of these, it puts an incredible amount of strain on your body.
Oh, well, my hemoanima, my cryptoglobin is gonna handle that for me, I think.
What's a parallel leap?
That's also a good question. She didn't answer. And because of the helmet, I couldn't see what kind of expression she had on her face.
What are you doing here?
I followed you. I had some questions for you, about 100 of them at least.
One for each day, but, you know, time was short. I was gonna just throw them at you all at once.
Although now it's more like 200.
At least your head wasn't seriously damaged. How's the rest of your body?
I'm scared to look while you're in here.
It feels numb. I don't think I can move. I feel really cold and nauseous too.
If you're going to throw up, do it after I leave.
Oh, can you just get me a fashionable pouch that I can use?
Leave? Where are you going?
Back to the academy.
You're going back already? Why?
I don't have time to explain. It's already past midnight.
Okay, sorry for asking.
Midnight? What day is it now then?
Day 5, technically.
Late night, day 4, or early morning, day 5?
Oh god, Takumi can barely hold it together.
What does it matter? Are you trying to waste my time?
No?
Ugh, I have to go. You stay here and rest.
You're gonna leave me out here all by myself?
I mean it. Don't you dare move from this spot.
You're gonna come back, right? Hiruko stepped away from me and made her way to a nearby locker. Not the locker she'd taken the leap suit from, a different one. She opened the door, revealing 2 drones, both fitted with fire extinguishers. 2? That didn't seem right. If Hiruko used one of them to leave the school, where did the other one come from? Didn't you use one to get out too? Oh, sorry. I'd left the extinguisher I used outside, leaning against a wall. Couldn't have ended up in here somehow, could it? While I was still trying to make sense of everything, Hiruko grabbed one of the machines and rushed out the door, still wearing her leap suit. After lying there for a while, the feeling started coming back to my legs. Pretty soon I was able to move around again, and got to my feet. Oh, it's day 5 night still. I'm still in the same place I was before, right? Looks the same anyway. What happened when I dove into that circle of light after Hiruko? And how long did I black out for? It didn't feel like very long. A minute at most. What could have happened during that minute? A whole ton of shit. No use thinking about it now. I should go after Hiruko. She told us to stay put, man. I went to the locker and took out the other fire extinguisher drone. The pain hadn't completely faded yet, but I pushed through it and made my way outside. What's outside? How does everything look? Alright. Outside research lab is what this location is. I knew where Hiruko was going. She told me herself. Back to the academy. I still didn't get why, though. Hiruko had left the school in the dead of night, went to a weird research lab, then went right back to the school again. What was she doing? What was it all for? I kept pondering these questions as I made my way through the ruins. Eventually, I came in sight of familiar territory. Lost Defense Academy. Standing there, just like I'd left it. Uh-huh. But why did she make the leap? Now, where's Hiruko? Look for her. Okay. The morgue? Wait, what? It's called a morgue now? Lovely. Those rooms are still empty. Eito's not in his room. Nothing in the courtyard? Alright, let's make a move. It's these statues. What is going on? I know things get wild, but I wasn't expecting it to get wild so soon. I just went back in time, man. I wasn't expecting shit to get wild already. Alright, it should be further down this hallway here. Huh? Isn't this classroom usually locked? It looks like I can get inside now. What is that? Why is everything red in here? Several desks were lined up in the strange classroom. Also, there was something lying on top of one of them. Something vaguely human-shaped, under a white sheet. I slowly walked up to it, grabbed the white sheet, it better not be me, and pulled it off. Oh, God!
Eito?
What the hell are you... What? What happened to you?
No, it can't be.
Well, he's not a mummy, so what's going on here?
He was shut up in his cage. There's no way he could have gotten out. So then how? How did he get here? And why is he dead?
Hiruko's like, no, I should have killed him myself. I'm going to jump to a parallel universe where I did it. But before I could do anything... What's that? A loud noise erupted from somewhere else in the school. It sounded like it came from above me. Confused and bewildered, I rushed into the hall and up the stairs. When I got to the third floor, I heard the noise again. It's coming from the infirmary. Revive-O-Matic. But his DNA was deleted. At least in my home universe. Whatever. I don't know. Infirmary. Did I just run past it? I can't teleport there. I need to run past the door. Yeah, let's go this way. Leisure lounge. Okay, next door. Rec room. Infirmary. Somebody was collapsed in one corner of the room. She still had the weird suit on, but her helmet was gone now. I could see her face clearly. It was Hiruko. I scrambled over to her and propped her up, just like she'd done for me earlier.
Hiruko, are you okay? Come on, hang in there.
You're not gonna have spirals for eyes, are you, when you open them? I shook her shoulders, and her eyelids fluttered open. When she saw me, her eyes went wide with shock. And then, for some reason, she kicked me in the stomach. Oh, what was that for? I went flying like a ragdoll. I smacked into a corpse recovery drum, and it fell to the ground with a clatter. Whoa, jeez. And that wasn't the end of it either. When I looked up, Hiruko was standing right in front of me. Oh! She reached down and began squeezing my neck hard. It felt like she was trying to wrench my head clean off. What is happening? Where have I ended up? Jesus Christ.
Hiruko, what are you doing?
This was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone back in time. I should have just gone to the artificial satellite and died with everybody else.
Please, stop it.
I tried to pry her hands off me, but I wasn't strong enough. Whatever happened in the research facility had taken too much of a toll on me. Should have just killed Eito. Shouldn't have told everyone that he was a traitor. I should have just outed myself as being from the future.
Please, Hiruko! At this rate,
I'm gonna need to redo this immediately.
I'm really gonna...
I never got to finish. The next moment, I blacked out completely. I don't know how much time passed after that. Day 98. This is a quick route. My consciousness drifted back at some point, for a little while. Everything was still kind of fuzzy, though. My vision was blurry. It was hard to make out what was going on around me. But I had the vague impression of someone standing in front of the revivomatic. It was Hiruko. There was a corpse recovery drone on the floor next to her. Was somebody inside? I really couldn't tell from where I was. I tried to sit up, but in the state I was in, I couldn't even lift my head up. So I just lay there and watched. The last thing I saw was the recovery drone getting sucked into the larger machine. And then, everything went black again. A parallel leap. Eito's dead. She strangled me almost to death. The next time I woke up, it was a lot more sudden and more violent. I was on my feet, forced to stand with my arms held behind my back. Don't tell me. Was all that just an act? Please do tell me I have a talent for inhabiting a character. You sure fooled me. It's me. I was Hiruko all along. Yeah, I know. I looked over at the revivomatic. It was empty, and the drone from before was gone. I only wish this was just a play. Then maybe we could rewrite the script so I wouldn't make such a terrible mistake. A mistake? What is going on? I feel like I'm... What's happening? I couldn't save him. I had no idea what Hiruko was talking about. But it felt like it would be a bad idea to press her on it. Is that why she asked why before? Her voice was small and fragile in a way I hadn't heard before. Well, we're done here. Let's get going. We're going back. Back to where we belong. Okay. Thanks for the detour, I guess. Wait, Hiruko, tell me what's going on. Why are we going back there? You mean the lab? This is some kind of research facility, right? Just what kind of research do they do here? Hiruko wouldn't answer me. She just kept going, leaving me no choice but to follow her. Hiruko, please, tell me what's going on. I'm so lost. It's day 5. It's bad enough that we're in this weird lab. Aren't people going to be worried that we've disappeared in the other parallel world or wherever we came from? Funnily enough, I just recalled that conversation with Eito. I was like, no, you know what? Parallel worlds don't exist. But also, I saw a body back at the school.
Huh?
A body? Yeah, it was Eito. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. He was in the classroom on the 2nd floor. He'd been drained. He was just a dried up husk. Not mummified, but drained. Different. I see. Is that all? Aren't you shocked by that? Not especially. Seriously? Hiruko turned away, shutting down any further conversation. She began flipping switches and turning dials on different pieces of machinery around the room. I trailed after her, asking question after question, but she ignored me and just kept working. Then she opened up the large locker. Put this on. Yeah, I better get dressed this time. That was the most she'd said to me in a while. I'm in the Twilight Zone, I swear to God. Well, how do you like it? You called this a leap suit, right? See how it adjusted to fit your height? That's one of its special functions. It will automatically shrink or stretch to fit the dimensions of whoever wears it. It's not like I'm insecure about being short or anything. Well, we should get going. I guess so. Hiruko stepped away from me. She pressed the red button on the control console and stepped onto the round platform like I'd seen her do before. Am I gonna literally leap at her this time? Come on, hurry! She barked an order at me, and I instinctively complied. Look at the two of us standing. It'll start any moment now. And like that's the first time we've seen like our sprite out here in the wild, right? Like normally we just have our sprite on the side. I guess they just want to emphasize that we're in our suit, standing in the circular platform. What will? 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, this looks a lot less dangerous. Returning to our origins. I saw there were other balls of light there. Ta-da! Okay, it's still the same day. It's done. Huh? What's with my arms? Let's head back. What? Back where? Are we going to go through this every time? Where else would we be going back to? Second to Lost Defense Academy? Hiruko stepped off the platform and hung her leap suit in the locker. I did the same. Still totally at a loss about what was going on. Don't tell anyone what you've seen here today. You understand what will happen if you do, don't you? Behind her glasses, her eyes were filled with murderous intent. I gulped nervously and nodded. Yes, ma'am. I can keep a secret. It was around 4 a.m. when we got back to the school, and still dark. My list of questions I wanted to ask Hiruko was fast approaching 300, but I didn't have the energy to bring any of them up. My body got put through the ringer at the lab, then kicked and strangled shortly after. It was no wonder I was exhausted. She still hadn't apologized for any of that. Oh well, only one thing to do now. Sleep. For like 10 days. I went back to my room and fell onto my bed. All of a sudden, I felt more tired than I had in a long time. I allowed myself to relax and soon fell into a deep, deep sleep. Oh god. Alright. Alright. You've piqued my curiosity. I woke up and went outside, realizing I must have slept away most of the day. Well, at least it was only through the morning. I didn't feel so tired or beaten up anymore, but my head was still as fuzzy as ever. Not so much from fatigue as the 300 or so questions swirling around in my mind. For now, I decided to focus on just one of them, and I knew which one. Him.
Huh?
Eito. Can't believe I'm worried about this guy. Alright, let's check our map. Okay, everyone in their rooms except for Eito, of course. Can't access most of these rooms, but there's the courtyard. So it's this classroom here. No, it's this one here. What's that? Oh, man. I'm so confused. Have I just never hovered over this thing? I feel like taking a quick trip to the original Defense Academy just to take a peek. Alright, so this is where we are right now. Day 5. All the way up here, we got our different choices. Reveal our secret. Eito's fate. That was where we kill him. Oh, man. Thought I could, like, zoom out completely. We'll see when we unlock more days. Alright, let's head to the courtyard. The map says he's still alive. Go down. Let's check out the morgue. It's this way, right? Training room. Nothing to do here right now. Nobody's dead. Okay. Courtyard. You. Alive and well, huh? Eito, you're... What's the matter, Takumi? You look like you've seen a ghost. Not that I've ever seen a ghost myself, or seen how you look when you've seen one. When you think about it, isn't that expression a little problematic? I mean, it's hardly showing proper respect toward the dead. Oh, don't worry, I wasn't paying any respect to you when I saw you were dead. You're alive. In response to my comment, Eito put his hands on the bars of his cage and pushed against them. Last time I checked, yes. If I were a ghost, I'd have phased out of here a long time ago. Plus, you showed mercy on me like a little bitch. What's going on here? I saw his body just last night. Didn't I? In, like, his class armor as well, I thought. Seriously, Takumi, what's wrong? Did you come across a corpse that looked like me or something? He's quick on the uptake, as always. I barely said anything and he's figured it out already. Because I'm not an idiot like everybody else. You might not believe it, but I know how to keep a secret. I still haven't told anyone about you coming from the future. You need someone to talk to confidentially. I'm always here. Come on, tell me what happened. Just do it from a distance, because you stink, and I really can't get used to your ugly-ass face. Don't tell anyone what you've seen here today. You understand what will happen if you do, don't you? I'm definitely not going to tell Eito, of all people. I knew better than to take that risk. I left without saying another word. Okay. That night, the others ate a sumptuous dinner in the cafeteria before heading back to their rooms. I struggled to force down a few spoonfuls of rice porridge because, you know, that's such an appetizing dinner to have. I put it aside and stopped Hiruko before she could leave. Hiruko, have you got a minute? Or 2? Or 60? Or just, yeah, have you got 94 days? I really need to talk to you. I need answers. Stat. This is that classroom that's always locked. Yeah. I asked Sirei to unlock it for us. Why did you bring me here? This is where I found it. This is where I saw Eito's body last night. He had all the blood drained out of him. Someone must have absorbed his cryptoglobin. Can't be, because he's not mummified, right? But then, when I checked again today, yeah, that's definitely his class armor. I can see that little bright spot where his heart's supposed to be. The body wasn't here. But that's not the weirdest part. Eito's still alive. He's in his cage like normal. I even spoke to him. And I got to thinking, and this has something to do with that weird lab, doesn't it? You haven't put 2 and 2 together, Takumi? Come on, man. You mentioned something called a parallel leap before. That's what we did when we used that machine, right? I still don't really get it, but I get the feeling that's why so much just doesn't seem to add up. Come on, get your shit together, man! Hiruko was silent. It wasn't all that surprising, the way she'd been acting. I didn't expect her to tell me everything just like that. But I wasn't giving up. Instead, I ushered her into another room. Just follow me on the grand tour. Why here? You spoke to Sirei about something important in here yesterday. You were spying on us? I'd prefer it if you didn't put it like that. Either way, it's not a pleasant habit. Yeah, well, how about you don't go snooping around Eito's room after I said I found a diary in there? It's almost like you didn't believe me. Which, I mean, you're right to have doubts. When you finished talking, Sirei gave you something. What was it? Just some dried kombu kelp in case I got hungry. Okay, cool story. Now tell me the truth. Again, no answer. I sighed, shook my head, and moved on. Alright, question number 298. Nope, we're just moving around. I like how she's just following me like a dog. Quite the little tour of the school you're taking me on.
Huh?
This'll be our last stop. Last night, I rushed in here and found you passed out in the corner. I had no idea what had happened, and things only got more confusing from there. When you woke up, you kicked me in the stomach and tried to strangle me. Maybe you could explain that? It wasn't really tried. You succeeded quite well.
Huh?
You still haven't apologized for that, you know. I didn't have a lot of choice in the matter. It was a regrettable accident. An accident that nearly killed me! Fine. I'm sorry. You've got your apology. Can I go now? Hiruko was already turning to leave, but I grabbed her arm before she could go any further. I'm not done yet. After you nearly killed me, I came to, just for a minute. And I saw you in front of the Revivomatic with a corpse recovery drone. Who was inside the drone, Hiruko? You said I couldn't save him. Him? Who? Were you talking about whoever was in the recovery drone? Please, I need answers! Was that all you wanted to ask? Just one more thing. And this one's the most important of all. You already know that time travel exists. You knew I came here from the future. How? Hiruko pushed aside a lock of her long, silky hair and looked away. She was clearly nervous. That's a first. She was biting her lip, fiddling with her choker, tapping her heels. Finally, she made up her mind and spoke up. Alright, I'll tell you. It's not a bunch of baloney, is it? You'd had a little bit of time there to come up with something of a lie. Hopefully it's a better lie than what I came up with when it came to divulging how I knew about Eito's double two-facedness. You will? Oh, yay! Yoo-hoo! On one condition. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot to do. I might struggle to get it all done by myself, so I'll need someone to help with it.
Huh?
Do you mean me? I get to be your apprentice? Naturally. What exactly would you want me to do? Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. I need to be able to work in peace without stopping to explain things to you. What if they're like quick questions? Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions on the evening of day 9. Oh yeah, you're not going to renege on this promise again, are you? You really will this time, right? You're not going to change your mind again? I give you my word. Just so long as you hold up your end of the bargain. Hiruko looked me dead in the eye. I met her gaze without flinching. Okay. You've got yourself a deal. Okay. 4 nights. We can survive that long, right? Did we have an invasion between now and then? I'm not sure. Feels like that's all fallen by the wayside, to be honest. Hiruko called on me in my room shortly before dawn the next morning.
Oh?
I'll get right to the point. I'm going to second to last defense academy today, and I want you to come with me. I'm sure you understand why we're going.
Huh?
To get Nigu and the others, right? Hiruko nodded. Really? Don't we need to keep that diversion up for more than a week? It was no surprise she knew about the other campus. Sirei had explained it to everyone a few days ago, after all. Hey, wait a minute. Today? You don't mean right now, do you? Of course. It's not even 4:30. Time is of the essence. We need to be back here before tomorrow. Tomorrow was day 7. That was the day the first commander we faced came back to fight us again. Alright, there we go. Cool, so that timeline's still relatively the same? You mean for the battle? You know the battle's going to happen tomorrow too? Are you from the future as well? How do you know about that already? And that's a penalty. Sorry, questions. I told you not to ask questions. Or are you incapable of holding up your end of the deal? I reluctantly held back the torrent of questions welling up inside me. What is all this time? No, you wouldn't have let yourself get killed by Eito that easily if you were from the future.
Oh.
Now, go and wake the others up.
Huh?
Everybody? We'll need more than 2 of us for this journey. We need to put together an excursion team. Okay, but why do I have to be the one to do it?
Oh?
Question. Wrong. I know, it's such a pain, isn't it? Are you starting to see why I made you captain now? Oh. Gotcha. I decided to run things by Sirei before getting the others involved.
In my future, the other academy was attacked on day 10. During that battle, Moko was taken prisoner and later killed.
Alright, this is our chance to save Moko, right?
It's better for us to avoid losing soldiers if we can help it, right? So I was thinking of going there and bringing them back here.
Why so early in the day, though? Huh? Because there will be an invader attack here tomorrow. We'll have to leave soon if we want to make it back in time for that. Sirei spent a few minutes thinking the matter over. It's going to be overkill that Squad 1 commander is going to have to face the might of the entire defense team, including Moko. Alright, I'll allow it. Thanks. There's just one thing worrying me, though. When the attack does come, everyone's probably going to ask how I knew about it. I've already decided not to tell them about the time travel, so... Don't sweat it. I'll come up with something. Couldn't we just say, oh, we saw them mobilizing on our way out to the Second to Last Defense Academy, and so we had to hurry back as quick as we could? See? Done. I came up with that in 5 seconds, Takumi. As it happens, I've received word from the artificial satellite. Sirei was explaining the situation to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
According to their intel, there's going to be another attack sometime tomorrow. They were able to deduce this by analyzing the enemy's movements from above, but it's only going to work this once. There's going to be a lot more of them than you saw on your first day here, so I've made the decision to call in the troops from the other campus to supplement our current fighting strength. I had to hand it to him. He sounded convincing. The others accepted the story without a second thought. So you're saying we need to get there and back all before tomorrow? Hiruko's playing her part too. You'd never have guessed this was her idea in the first place. So, who's going and who's staying? Sumino, Shizuhara, Kawana, and Ginzaki. You'll be our excursion team. What about me? I want to go murder the guys at the other campus too. No, we're not going there to kill them.
Oh!
Nobody said anything about murder, Miss Mamiya. I get Takumi and Hiruko. We've seen how they can fight, but why'd you pick the other two? Yeah. Why did you pick us? If we end up having to fight while we're out there, wouldn't Takimaru or Darumi be a better choice? But that would leave us without any experienced fighters back here. Just think about what that would mean if the excursion team didn't make it back in time. I guess that makes sense. Can you handle it, Tsubasa? Yeah, I think so. I haven't eaten today, so if worse comes to worse, I won't have a lot to throw up. Okay, well, I don't want you throwing up your stomach lining, okay? How about you, Shoma? He'll be fine. I've been giving him some intensive training the last couple days. Oh, but he's not buff yet. Right. That's why I look like this now. What? You just changed your outfit? What the heck is going on? This is why I look like this now. Rips his shirt off like it's Yakuza or some shit. Where's your dragon tattoo? Gaku's crying. Darumi's drooling. I thought he was just another buff normie. I can even control it now. If I relax a little, I go back to normal. Oh god, he's like the Hulk. Sorry, you must have found that pretty revolting, huh? This is amazing. You can do it at will. Nobody spoke. We were all still in shock. Well, not all of us. Shoma himself was fine, and Takamaru since he'd been the one training him. And also, Hiruko's just not even phased. What? For some reason, Hiruko wasn't phased by Shoma's transformation either. Almost as if she'd seen it before. What is happening? Oh god, I'm gonna be asking that question over and over. I need to just stop it right now. Nip it in the bud. Anyway, you don't have to worry about me. I'll do my best to be useful in my own trashy way. Do you guys remember when I mentioned feeling a surge of power before? You all felt that too, right? We all nodded. I get the feeling we could do great things with this power.
The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. There's no way that flow can be reversed.
Yeah, and the fact that we did, things are getting wonky real quick.
Breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences.
That wasn't voiced before. Interesting that it's voiced now. By going back in time, I've broken that absolute law. Now physics doesn't work anymore. And the resonance effect that made everyone stronger was already having consequences I hadn't counted on. Let's be on our way. We can't afford to waste time. Alright, good luck out there. Y'all take care now. Okay. Let's hit the bus. With that, the members of our excursion team went to the war room for an additional briefing from Sirei. This is an interesting squad, I have to say. Apparently, there was a shortcut we could take by putting out flames in strategic places. Will I have a level 5 extinguisher this time? This route would cut down our journey considerably. It still wasn't the kind of round trip we could make in a couple of hours, though. If we made it back before sunset, that would be enough for me. Okay. Is everybody ready? Interesting, so like it was early morning, but it did say day 6 night, and now it says day 6 morning. Alright, let's go. Yes. Ready! Tsubasa, you're excited rather than nervous. I guess that's one way to control your puking. I don't know. We'll take good care of the place while you're gone. Then let's go. Wait, I still need to go to the bathroom. Okay. Well, hurry up then. I don't have time to mess around here. I should get going. Okay, see ya. See you tomorrow. Let's begin our exploration. Or maybe even this evening, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll get a battle at Second to Last Defense Academy. Who knows? According to the map, the shortcut is right over there. How do you know that?
Oh?
Sirei told us so, didn't he? Oh, yeah, I guess. Don't just stand there mumbling. Get moving. Okay. Got some distance to cover, but we can make it work. Search start. Let's move. Well, we found ourselves in a battle, and what do you know? Looks like our skills are still leveled up.
I'll go, if you can stand me.
Good to know, and it's gonna feel so good to have you here again. Adds attack +1 for every enemy defeated per turn. Oh, I missed that. Alright, we made it. Next area. Well, there it is. I didn't realize it had its own place in the map. Okay. This was a shortcut. Lucky we had the level 5 extinguisher. And we still have time to grab some more mats before we make it to the Second to Last Defense Academy. Alright, we're here. Bunch of items, including King's title. Whatever that may be. I just realized I didn't get any textiles. Phew. We finally made it. So that's Second to Last Defense Academy? That's it. No doubt about it. You're talking like you've been here before. I thought I told you not to ask questions. Do you want another penalty? That wasn't a question. That was a statement. A penalty? What kind of kinky stuff have you got going on? Nothing. I hope they have bathrooms. I'm ready to burst. You could have gone anywhere along the road. Jeez. Shoma dashed off toward the school and disappeared inside. He could have just gone on the way here. Hopefully they let him in. He probably can't go outdoors. He strikes me as the delicate type. Then, as the rest of us got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. This time, we're gonna grab her like, oh, Nozomi, you're here! And she's gonna be like, what the heck? You're grabbing me! Just like last time, except we're actually using her name. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again. And right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her. But I fought that impulse and pulled it back. Right. That's right. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. The whole reason I made this trip. It wasn't because Hiruko told me to. Even if she hadn't, I'd have insisted on coming anyway. This was all to see Nozomi again. This time, I'd do whatever it took to protect her. You must be Takumi, right? Huh? What? And you two are Hiruko and Tsubasa? Oh, of course, Sirei would have told Nigu we were coming. I don't understand. How do you know our names? Hiruko, Tsubasa, and I shared a confused glance. But then... Oh dear. I'm most terribly sorry we weren't here to greet you. Greet us? We had to help Kyoshka get her sword out of her you-know-where. Oh, gee, I didn't realize it took that many people. Technically, it was her sword sheath. Oh my god. We get to see Moko in the flesh like her normal self. Not in a visual novel, not as a shapeshifter. It was stuck in there pretty tight. Took us a while to pull it out. Her you-know-where? You don't mean her asshole? Oh! Please don't get the wrong idea. It was lodged in the drain pipe in the bathroom, that's all. Lady Kurara thrust the holy Jumanji sword's sheath in there in a moment of impish high spirits. It was clogged. What was I supposed to do? Just what do you think my beloved sword is? Well, I know it's something you use to... Don't say another word. Whoa, back up a minute. Can you answer a question, please? Yes. What's all this about coming out to greet us? We received a communique from the Honorable Sirei, you see. Yeah, that's right. I see. So basically, Sirei called ahead and let you know to expect us. As, you know, per protocol, that makes sense to me. Not just that. He told us the other stuff he's been keeping secret, too. He explained how the circumstances have changed. Wait, I still don't get it. If Sirei could contact you, why did we have to come to get you? He was only able to get in contact a few hours ago. The electronic interference has been rather fierce of late. But you know what's going on now. About the attack on Last Defense Academy tomorrow. Yes, we do. That makes things easier. I wouldn't want to waste time explaining things to you. Nigu, get the school bus ready to leave. I forgot that the bus only exists here at Second Lost Defense Academy. We don't have it at Lost Defense Academy. I'm just taking it for granted. It already is. I'm afraid that I won't be joining you, though. You still have to detonate this place. Huh? I am unable to abandon Second to Last Defense Academy. I've been ordered to guard it with my life. Ordered? By who? Was it the Sirei person? No. These orders came from someone higher up. Nigu looked up as he said this. Up at the huge celestial body in the sky, lit with countless mechanical lights. The artificial satellite. The enemy hasn't realized the school is only a decoy yet. Sooner or later they will attack it. When that happens, are you planning to self-destruct? Oh my, how did you know? Sorry, but I won't allow that. We can't afford to lose you. I don't want to fight the time-traveling commander. Maybe that's why. If I thought Hiruko was showing a softer side of herself, I was wrong. The very next moment, she dashed toward Nigu and brought her heel down viciously on his head. What the heck? What the? Whoa, that was sweet. I wish I could do axe kicks like that. Okay, but why? What? Nigu fell to the ground with a thud, still scattering sparks from the top of his head. Some part of his body was making a high-pitched, staticky whine I'd never heard before. Why did you do that? Good grief. I thought I was the killer of this group. I'm surprised they're not protesting more. Was Nigu that annoying? Don't worry. An attack like that won't destroy him. I just forced him to shut down for a while. Everyone stood rooted to the spot, stunned into silence. It felt like we were doing that a lot today. As usual, Hiruko was totally unconcerned about what anyone thought of her. Now, let's get going. She picked Nigu up like he was a piece of hand luggage and began carrying him toward the parking lot where the school bus was waiting. Okay. And then, with all of us safely on board the school bus, we left Second to Last Defense Academy behind without another word. What? Okay, I guess she had to knock him out so we could take it back. Well, this is an image. This whole episode had added another 100 questions to the things I wanted to ask Hiruko about. But I just have to keep them to myself until the end of day 9. I sat squirming in my seat, reminding myself to be patient, no matter how difficult that might be.
By the way, does it feel like we're forgetting something important?
I was just about to say, where the fuck is Shoma?
Something important?
Nah, couldn't have been important.
I've got all 28 volumes of my favorite manga.
What's so important about that? And I've got my signed World Championship belt. Ugh, nobody cares.
Now that you mention it.
Weren't there supposed to be 4 of you?
Yeah. Because I was like, I see that, all the Second Last Defense Academy students are on one side, and the Last Defense Academy students are, well, where the hell is Shoma? Is he hiding behind a chair?
Oh no!
Shoma!
Even Hiruko exclaimed that.
Forgot all about him.
How long does it take to piss, man? God. We made a U-turn and rushed back to Second Last Defense Academy. Sure enough, we found Shoma in the courtyard there, tears streaming down his face. We picked him up and made a fresh start on our return journey.
It's fine. Really, I don't mind. It's no wonder you'd forget about me.
I'm so sorry, dude.
I know my existence is about as flimsy as a 0.01 millimeter thin piece of rubber.
That's not true.
I know I don't use you in battles, but truly.
Did you actually understand what that meant?
Not exactly, but I kind of got the gist of it, you know? There's only one thing you can use a rubber that thin for.
Oh yeah? Please, enlighten us, Kurata.
Don't say it!
We spent the rest of the journey doing our very best to cheer Shoma up. Poor bastard. Eventually, we built his self-esteem back up to its normal, albeit still low level, and Last Defense Academy came into view on the horizon. Alright, we're back. Are the drums playing? I wonder if they've switched up the order of the commanders that attack us. Like what if Squad 1 is like now the most powerful unit? You all made it back. That's relief. Aw, were you worried about us? No. I was just... Never mind, it ain't important. As long as my pet project is okay. At least you didn't leave him behind. He's been pacing around the school in a tizzy the whole day. That's just part of my training routine. Today's leg day, that's all. You shouldn't be able to walk. So, those guys with you are... the Faceless NPC squad? Hello there. My name is Nozomi Kirifuji. I should just start pronouncing their names like the characters pronounce them, to be honest. I've started doing that with Takumi. I need to stop saying Nozomi and just go with Nozomi.
No.
I'm Mokomajiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kiyoshika Magadori at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kurata Uzuzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugamu Omokage, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy. They're all totally distinct characters! Maybe a little too distinct. We gotta introduce ourselves too, or we'll look boring next to them. That's alright. Nigu already told us all about you. Nigu is that little critter in the red beret, yes? I am second to last Defense Academies. You're basically Siri's underling, right? You filled us in on your guys from the second campus already. Anyway, let's get started. What are the rules for this killing game, Sirei? There is no killing game. We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really gonna fight with us? You know it. We'd scarce come all this way just to deny you now. The team from the other academy had discussed their resolve on the way over. After Nigu told them all about World Death, Crypto Globe, and the Exodus Project, the artificial satellite, there were no doubt about what they had to do. From here on, we just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles he's been charging up will be launched in all directions. All the invaders will be wiped out, and that'll be the end of World Death. But right before, we shoot off in the escape pod to meet back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellite. What possible reason could we have for refusing to help? We make it through these 100 days, and everyone's stories end happily. We're with you all the way. Thanks, guys. Glad to have you on board. Our team welcomed the new arrivals with open arms. Oh, it just melts my cold metal heart to see you all getting along. Those invaders won't know what hit them now. What do you guys say to another cheer? All together now.
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated.
That's us.
Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Hooah! I can't put my finger on it, but something feels off. Didn't we have a lot more teething troubles getting everyone to work as one big team last time? Yeah, but Moko's here, right? Not to mention Sirei too. Well, it's not like I want everyone fighting among themselves, so I guess this is fine. You know, this is it. This is the golden ending path right here. I'm sure of it. With night drawing on, everyone went back to their rooms, including the new members, who had new rooms assigned to them. For some reason, Nozomi stayed back after the others had gone.
Huh?
Is something wrong? No. I just wanted to thank you for going to all the trouble of coming to collect us. That school was only a decoy, so if we'd stayed there, sooner or later we'd... Anyway, I really appreciate it. Knock it off. I haven't really done anything to deserve your thanks. If you want to thank me, do it after we make it through this. Right here, on day 100. I never expected you to say something like that. Sorry. Too corny. Not at all. I agree. We'll pick this up again on day 100. That's right. This is what I'm here for. This is why I came back to the past. To protect Nozomi. And to make sure everyone survives. This time, I won't make the same mistakes. Well then, Takumi. Good night. With those parting words, Nozomi left and went to her room for the night. I thought I was alone, but then I heard a noise. The heck was that? Jeez! I turned around, but there was nobody there. Must have been the wind, or my imagination. Still not totally convinced. I made my way back to my room. There was a faint aroma of lavender in the air, a scent that felt weirdly familiar. Lavender? What? What does it mean? Day 7, our first battle? In the new timeline coming up soon?
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 7th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Alright, let's do it.
Be ready to...
We're ready in the war room. Alright, so when are those disgusting freaks gonna show up? I'm already here. I wasn't talking about you. You meant the invaders, right? Sirei, do you know when they'll be coming? Well, soon. Hiruko seemed to know everything already. I was on the verge of asking her about it, but she silenced me with a sharp glare. How do you know, Hiruko? Yeah, someone else can ask on my behalf. Sirei and Nigu told me already. Yeah, that's it. Indeed, she asked us shortly before you all got here. We'll be fighting the same commander that escaped on day 1. Isn't that right? Exactly! Gosh, you're such a good listener, Shizara. Since you already have experience fighting him, we have a strategic advantage. Not to mention we've got a much bigger team this time. Yes, quite. It should be no challenge at all. There it is!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
It's happening!
Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Well, at least this is the same, but fighting it with such an enhanced squad. Will things turn out different for our relationships? Yeah, they're really here! I told you, didn't I? You did. Oh my god, we're gonna get a full transformation sequence, aren't we? Literally everyone! Except for Eito. But who cares the shit about that guy? Alright, Takumi. Go ahead. Was that the second to last Defense Academy cutscene? Or, I don't know, I might have been mistaken. Huh? You're our captain, aren't you? Don't you have anything to say to your team before they head out into battle? Oh, right, is everyone ready? You bet! Yeah, let's do this. What's up, Gaku? Why are you shaking so much? Shut up, I'm just cold, that's all. I decided to go commando today. Oh, okay, TMI, man. Could have at least pretended you were trembling with anticipation or something. I'm ready. I took a whole bunch of anti-nausea pills, so I... The holy Jumanji sword is always ready. She longs to spill the blood of the wicked. I can go whenever. I'm such a nothing character. I'll probably get wiped out right away anyway. Don't be such a pessimist. You've got the apocalyptic maiden of destruction looking out for you now. It's gonna be my first time being able to use you. And this cruel prince of the underworld is ready to protect his dear sister at any cost. You're really going to let me fight too? You've made your feelings abundantly clear. I know I couldn't stop you even if I tried.
Yeah, boy! I'm ready to wash all this blood off my hands with even more blood.
Let's all work together out there. Humanity's counting on us. Did we bring your... I'm sure you have your battle dress ready. This isn't just for them, but for ourselves too. We fight for our future.
Oh my, this camaraderie is so touching, so moving.
Not bad, I suppose. Okay, Sumino, you're in charge. Leave it to me. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Alright. Can't wait to see, like, 14 split screens. Come up. Are we all gonna fit? Oh, jeez. There it is. All of us fighting as one without a traitor in our midst. We're unstoppable. But I need to get to day 9. I need some answers. Hiruko, are you seriously from the future? Oh, look at that mace on Moko. We saw her use it when she was an imposter. Now we get to control the apocalyptic maiden of destruction.